Hello friends, I am Dr. Ravi Kaushik and today we are starting, I would say, the most dreaded topics, however, one of the most interesting topics of physiology, which is the, anyone? Yes, central nervous system. Okay, so we are going to start with the nerve physiology. Okay, not the nerve physiology, central nervous system physiology. Right? You are already done with the nerve muscle physiology, so you have a fair idea of the basic aspects as far as the nerve physiology is concerned. So I'll first start with the organization of nervous system, and followed by in this chapter I'll also touch upon one topic which you have already studied in your class 11th and 12th. However, this is just the extension of what you have already read, which is synapse. Okay. So let us start now. Okay, guys. So when you talk of the nervous system, the organization of nervous system, what all the nervous system contains. So this we are going to read first. Okay. See, the basic unit of nervous system, as you know, is neuron. And this neuron, what is the number of total neurons in the central nervous system? There are approximately 100 billion neurons. So quite a big number. Each of these neuron has input, and this input is not singleton input. There are many inputs. So these inputs may be few hundred to even lakhs, approximately till 2 lakhs synaptic connections which are there through mainly through dendrites. These synapses can also be on the cell body, but mainly through dendrites. And this is important. Output from the cell body of a neuron is almost always a single axon. So here, if you see, there is this cell body, and cell body has one single output. Okay. However, the inputs are many of them, right? So they are all dendrites, they're all inputs, but output is only one, which is axon. Right? So this is definitely important to understand. Now, we'll talk of the synapses. However, before that, the organization, to tell you the organization of the nervous system, that is important. So first, we are going to study about the sensory part of the nervous system, just in brief. However, in fact, there are a couple of lectures on sensory system as such. Okay? So this is just the basic introduction, and most of it you have already covered in your class 11th and 12th. So this is just a bridging lecture, I can say. So the sensory part, basically, what do you mean by sensory part? It is nothing but perception of sensation, right? Now, perception of sensation is through. So, what are the things which are there? So, one thing which is the most important thing, that is receptor. Okay, so any sensation is perceived through receptor. That receptor can be where? That receptor can be on the skin, and that receptor can be for pain, for cold, or warmth. They are free nerve endings usually. Then there can be Pacinian corpuscles or Meissner corpuscles, which are for pressure and touch, respectively. They can be muscle spindle, which tell you about the tension or the stretch in the muscles. They can be kinesthetic receptors, so which tell you about the position of joint. So they are all receptors present in the sensory system, and they are all peripheral receptors which are present. Right? And these receptors, they are ultimately connected via neurons, via nerves, through spinal cord ultimately to the brain. Which areas of the brain? So there are multiple sensory areas which are there. So these sensory areas involve the spinal cord, okay, because spinal cord is acting as the conduit to these neurons, taking the uh, action potentials for these sensations, these receptors upwards. Then also the sensory part also involve the part of medulla, pons, and midbrain. More important is which part of these, the reticular substance which are there in these areas of the brain, medulla, pons, and mesencephalon, midbrain. Then cerebellum also has a role, especially cerebellum is more important for the balance, for the kinesthetic receptions in the balance. Then thalamus is the main sensory nuclei, you can say. We'll read this in detail. So almost all the sensations, they go via thalamus. Okay. And then there are some areas in the cerebral cortex which uh, ultimately wherein the sensory information is decoded. Okay. So for the normal sensations, all the sensations which we discussed, there are the primary and secondary sensory area, the somesthetic areas which are there. Okay. So we'll read this while we will do the sensory physiology, and that has a couple of lectures which we'll be having later. The motor part of CNS now. The motor part of CNS is consisting of, see, when the sensation goes, so since if for example there are sensations which are going, right, and they are going to the brain. Which area of the brain? The somesthetic area, or the primary and secondary somatosensory area. So ultimately, depending upon what type of sensation is received, for example, the sensation received was of a pinprick. Okay, a pinprick. So what is the motor activity which is required when pinprick is there? You need to, जैसे कि for example, अगर आपकी उंगली पे, your fingertip has a pinprick sensation, तो मोटर एक्टिविटी क्या होनी चाहिए? You will withdraw your hand, आप अपने हाथ को पीछे हटा लोगे उसी टाइम पे, है ना? So how this motor activity is done within within a fraction of second, that sensations ultimately from this through the sensory relay, it will go into the brain, and from the brain it will go into the motor area. Within brain it will go into the motor area. This is the motor area here, primary and secondary motor area, and few other areas which we'll read about in the motor physiology. Then there would be interconnections between these motor areas. Along with that, there are various other organs, I would say parts of the brain, like for example thalamus, then the putamen, globus pallidus, subthalamic nuclei, basal ganglia, that is the basal ganglia, the reticular formation. They will help in precision of the movement. So the idea of the movement would be initiated by the motor area, and all the other parts, for example, the cerebellum, the basal ganglia, the reticular formation, the reticular system, and part of thalamus also, they will help in the precision, or the even the planning, programming, and also the precision of the motor activity or the movements. So motor, what are the motor functions? Motor functions include either contraction of skeletal muscles. There can be other motor functions also. For example, in the GIT, there are no skeletal muscles, but GIT के अंदर भी there are movements, right? The movements of gut which are there. So there are these smooth muscles. So smooth muscles also need to contract. There are also glands in the body. So glands के अंदर भी secretion is happening. So there are activities which are going on in the glands. So there is the secretion of chemical substances in glands. These glands can be both exocrine or endocrine glands. Right? So ultimately, एक sensory में हमने पढ़ा receptor, right? So receptor were the were the I would say uh, part of sensory system which were receiving the signal from outside. Okay, and the signal from motor area, that is from the brain, they are being received by the organs known as effectors. Okay, so just like receptor, there are effectors. And what are the effectors in motor area, in the motor nervous system? They are either muscles, both the skeletal and smooth muscles, and glands. Right. So ultimately, this is how the motor part of CNS is there. This is in just extremely brief. This is even, I would say, less than what you have already studied in your class 11th and 12th. Okay? But just the overall organization of the brain, I just needed to tell you. Right? Now, you might ask that what is the function of, what are the other functions of nervous system? One is perception of the sensory inputs, then the motor activity. However, it's very important that there is this integration, the processing of information. So nervous system also helps in integrative function. Okay, and integration basically it refers to the mental and the motor responses with regards to sensory inputs which are there. For example, if you are watching a movie, okay, and if you are watching a movie and that movie has a very disastrous episode or something, wherein the hero is being killed or he is being crashed or something, and he is now going away from heroine, or some sort of emotional scene is there. So what sometimes happen, you might find tears rolling down your eyes. Okay. So what is this? This is the auditory and the from the eyes and from the ears, you have signals going in, the sensory signals going in. And it's not just the motor activity always which you do. There are also the mental activities which you do, or emotional activities which you do in response to the sensory input. So you are doing the mental activity of getting emotional now. Okay. So this integration is the function of nervous system only. Right? Also, as you might be knowing, approximately 99% of the sensory inputs, they are rejected or as such not actioned upon. When I call not actioned upon, what I mean to say here, like for example, you may right now be sitting on a chair or a bed, or lying down on a bed, or maybe walking with your phone or laptop in hand. Okay, there are so many inputs which are going in right now onto your brain, but are you doing any motor response? Are you giving any motor response to that? No. Are you giving any mental response to that? Perhaps not. See, for example, if you let us just take an example. You all are ideal students. ठीक है, आप सुबह सुबह 9 o'clock आप बैठ गए हो अपना chair or table पे, and you are sitting on chair and table with your back straight. Okay, this is the ideal circumstance. Now, which I doubt even 10% of you would be sitting like this. Anyways, so इस time पे you are having the sensation of the chair. Okay, you are having the sensation of the surroundings. Like for example, there are some noises along with my voice which may be there around you. There may be the light which is coming onto your eyes from your device, as well as the maybe natural light, or maybe bulb or tube light which is there in the room. But are you responding to all of these? No, you're not responding to all of these, right? अगर आप बैठे हो, उसकी sensation जो है skin की, वो आपको perceive तो हो रही है लगातार, right? But you're not acting on it, right? You're not even getting emotional about it. You are also, the auditory signals are working right now for you. Okay, your eyes are working right now. You might be looking into the screen. So वहां से थोड़े बहुत responses, perhaps your mental ability is activated right now. Okay? So motor responses are not there. आप में से कुछ लोग, कुछ अच्छे बच्चे क्या कर रहे होगे इस टाइम पे, गर्दन हिला रहे होगे, मुंडी हिला रहे होगे, yes or no वाली फॉर्म में, है ना? So वो आप देखोगे that is a motor response to what I am saying. Okay? And what is the mental response? That you are alert, your reticular activating system is active, so you are awake and alert. Okay? So what I mean to say here is कि जो sensory inputs हैं उसमें डिफरेंशिएट करना कि इसमें से क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है और क्या इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है ना? वो किसका काम है? दैट इज द वर्क ऑफ द नर्वस सिस्टम. You might have heard of a idiom कि हाथी के आगे कुत्ते भौंकना, right? हाथी के सामने कुत्ते भौंकना. So what happens when an elephant is see earlier, right now also in Kerala there are some villages wherein elephants do come, in part of Karnataka and also in Uttarakhand. ये जो villages के अंदर तक जो जंगली हाथी हैं उसके आसपास तक आ जाते हैं and then they revert back, वो अपने आप चले जाते हैं. So when they come across, what happens? कुत्ते जो हैं, the dogs, they start barking उनको देख के. But the elephant is not perturbed. So 99% of the sensory inputs are like that only for us. Okay. अच्छा, अब ये प्रोसेसिंग या इंटीग्रेशन करता कौन है? ये जो प्रोसेसिंग है, इसकी प्रोसेसिंग कि भाई क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्या इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है ना, या फिर इंटीग्रेशन, इसमें साइनेप्सिस का बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है. राइट? तो जो साइनेप्सिस हैं they can either amplify or they can reduce, they can diminish the signals, okay, by few of their properties जो कि हम पढ़ेंगे. ठीक है? So synapses have that role, so they can either amplify or they can diminish the signals. So जो 99% मैंने बताया इनको तो शायद diminish कर दें, है ना, और जो 1% important वाले हैं उनको amplify कर देंगे उन sensory inputs को, so that you will be focusing only on those sensory inputs and you may be performing either the mental activity or the motor response for those 1% important ones, for those 1% important sensory inputs. Okay. See, so not just synapses, there are other areas of the brain जिसमें से या तो facilitatory या inhibitory, जैसे for example basal ganglia, cerebellum, thalamus. These are some few areas जहां से या तो facilitatory या फिर inhibitory inputs आ रहे होते हैं हमारे motor responses के या mental responses के अंदर, which also play a very important crucial role in differentiating between important and unimportant and also in the processing of information. Fine? I hope थोड़ा clear हुआ होगा आपको. अब देखो, अगर मैं एक बात करूं, what is memory? So what is memory? Memory is basically the storage of information. Okay, any information if stored is memory. For example, जब आप छोटे थे, when you were born, the only thing which you could do was your natural reflexes. Okay, maybe drinking milk, excreting, urinating, and crying. These were the only things which you knew. जब आप पैदा हुए, उसके बाद within like few months, 4 to 6 months, so एक चीज आती है social smile बच्चों के अंदर. Then the social smile started. After some time, you started chirping, like initially monosyllabus, मतलब single words. ठीक है? फिर उसके बाद bisyllabi, 2 or 3 words together. Like for example, सबसे पहले बच्चा यूजुअली क्या बोलता है? माँ या पा. उसके बाद मामा, पापा, दादा, दादी, something of that sort. और thereafter phrases. उसके बाद बच्चा बोलता है phrases, जैसे कि water. वो बोलेगा, वो पूरा नहीं बोलेगा मुझे पानी चाहिए, नहीं ऐसा नहीं बोलेगा, वो सिर्फ पानी या पानी बोल देगा. राइट? देन उसके बाद sentences. This is about I would say the mental memory. Okay, there are other types of memories also. Like for example, initially, when a child is born, he just has, as I told you, there are only few reflexes which he can do. Thereafter, उसके बाद वो social smile करता है, ठीक है? Social smile तो still social वाली चीज होगी. Then वो क्या करता है कि वो turn करना चालू करता है, turning on the bed. Then वो बैठना चालू करता है. He starts sitting. Then he starts standing. पहले without support, with support, फिर without support. Standing के बाद he starts walking, and then he starts running. So if you see each of these things, social smile यहाँ से हटा देते हैं. They are all motor activities. They are all motor activities, and they also have a memory. This is important. They also have a memory. Okay. So basically, धीरे-धीरे बच्चे ने अपनी memory enhance की, and this storage of information, basically, it is happening in your brain. Sometimes what happens, जैसे कि for example, synapses में especially it does happen. That synapses, see, one thing is synapses has another function, which is storage of information. So memory is also to a good extent due to synapses. So whenever a sensory signal passes through synapse, a particular chain of synapse, they become facilitated. So they will become facilitated, and they will become facilitated. And this facilitation, जैसे for example, अगर जैसे first sensory input आया, तो उससे क्या हुआ, थोड़ा सा बेसिकली होता है कैल्शियम की वजह से है. दिस विल रीड अ लिटिल लेटर. उसके बाद जब सेकंड आया सिग्नल, उसके बाद जब थर्ड सिग्नल आया, सो दिस थर्ड सिग्नल इज मोर इजी टू कम. ओके, सो they become more capable of transmitting the similar or same type of signal subsequent times. So this process is known as facilitation. Or sometimes what happen if further ये similar चीजें आती रहेंगी, तो क्या होगा कि एक ऐसा कई बार ऐसे तरह से भी होता है that now sensory input is not there, however your excitation is happening, impulses are going through the same. जैसे for example, इसका मैं example देता हूँ आपको. All of you must have encountered blasts. बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? वो टेररिस्ट वाले बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट नहीं, जो दिवाली पे बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट होते हैं, वो वाले, ठीक है? आपने अधिकतर लोगों ने शायद खेले भी होंगे, राइट? ब्लास्ट भी किए होंगे बॉम्ब्स, छोटे बॉम्ब्स. अगर वो आपके कान के आसपास ब्लास्ट हो या फिर इट इज प्रीटी सीरियस और सीवियर, तो क्या होता है, एक आवाज आती है, कैसी सी करके एक आवाज आती है, राइट? सो विच इज देयर इन योर हेड for some amount of time, right? So that is owing to facilitation, basically. Okay? So there can be an instance wherein the impulses are going through the same sequence of synapses, even when the sensory input is not excited. Okay? Just give me a second. Okay, fine. So what we can see is, what is memory? Memory is basically perception. Memory is nothing but a storage of information, as I told you. So इस केस में क्या हो रहा है? इस केस में if you are experiencing the original sensation, that is just the perception of original sensation, and there are no original sensations although. So उस original sensation की memory is perceived, as sensation, right? So this is what is happening. See, if you now divide of about the level of CNS functions, हम ऐसा कई बार आपने सुना होगा कि मेरे बाएं हाथ का खेल है, या फिर आप इसी को इंग्लिश में क्या बोल देते हैं कई बार, दिस इज माय स्पाइनल लेवल. आगे आगे आप जब third year onward, you will or even second year onwards, if conditions remain okay, when you will go into wards, especially surgical ward में जब आप जाएंगे तो some consultants you will find saying this कि अच्छा ये वाली सर्जरी है तो मेरे स्पाइनल लेवल का काम है ना. So what do you mean by spinal level? So actually there are these levels of CNS functions which are there. Few of the functions are of spinal cord level, few of the functions are subcortical level, and few of the functions are of cortical level, right? So you already know that you have brain, right? You have you have the cortex, right? You have cerebellum, the pons and midbrain, medulla, midbrain, pons, medulla, sorry, midbrain, pons, medulla, and then followed by spinal cord, right? So you already know about this. So if you call the work or the level of CNS system, basically spinal cord के level पे कुछ चीजें हो जाती हैं, so those functions will be called as spinal cord level functions. We'll just read about them. कुछ हैं subcortical, so subcortical में आ गया midbrain, pons, medulla, cerebellum. So these are all the subcortical or लोअर ब्रेन लेवल की चीजें, ठीक है. बहुत सारे इसके अंदर रिफ्लेक्सेस आते हैं हमारे, बहुत सारे, स्पेशली लाइक रेस्पिरेटरी रिफ्लेक्स एंड ऑल. एंड देन देयर आर फ्यू थिंग्स व्हिच आर ऑफ कॉर्टिकल लेवल. बाय कॉर्टिकल लेवल, यहाँ पे कॉर्टिकल का मतलब होता है हायर फंक्शंस व्हिच इंक्लूड मेमोरी एंड ऑल. ओके, एनीवेज लेट अस talk it one by one. So there are some functions which are of spinal cord level, जैसे कि walking, right? जैसे कि the reflexes by which जैसे we just read 10 minutes back that if a pinprick is there, you will withdraw your hand from this. So withdrawal reflexes, right? So withdrawal reflexes, withdrawal to the from the painful objects. Then reflexes which helps you support your body against gravity, right? So against the gravity reflexes, so they are all the spinal cord level function. Walking movement, you might say that walking is, how is walking spinal cord level function? Actually, even if you cut the brain, then also walking is possible. अगर आप ट्रांजैक्शन कर दो ना ब्रेन का, गर्दन उड़ा दो अगर basically, then also walking movements are possible. Okay? So this is the fact. Then also there are some reflexes that can control the local blood vessel or local GI movements, or even urinary this excretion and all. So they are all the spinal cord level functions. Right? Is there a role? Now question arises, is there a role of brain as such in the spinal cord level functions? The answer is yes and no. How? See, higher center will just command the spinal cord to perform these functions. For example, walking के अंदर ब्रेन का कोई खास रोल नहीं है. तो ब्रेन का सिर्फ एक रोल है कि जब आप सोचोगे तब आप उठ के चलना स्टार्ट कर दोगे. तब तक आप सोचोगे नहीं, उठ के चलना it might not be possible. But once you start motion, once you start walking, the synchronous movements of the antagonistic muscles, right, of both the limbs as such, of motion of the hands along with the legs, they are all spinal cord level functions. Okay. So basically, higher functions will just command the spinal cord to perform these functions. They have no role basically to minutely regulate these functions. This is important. Okay. So higher function बस command करता है कि initiate कब करना है, रोकना कब है. So these are the commands which come from the from the higher function, and ultimately spinal cord will perform these functions. Right? Now let us talk of the other set of functions which are subcortical level functions. Okay. Now what are the subcortical level functions? They can be the control of the BP as well as control of the respiration. So there are centers in the medulla and pons which are responsible for these. Okay. The subcortical level functions, yeah? Pressure, the BP, and respiration control. Right? Then also your maintenance of posture and equilibrium, control of equilibrium basically. That is an extremely important function of the cerebellum. उसके अंदर भी the old cerebellum और archy cerebellum एक part होता है ना cerebellum का, उसका बहुत important role है, and also the reticulate substance of the subcortical brain, which includes the medulla, pons, and midbrain. Right? So equilibrium का control या मतलब overall the control of your posture and equilibrium, that is a function of these subcortical areas of the brain. Then also some of the reflexes like salivation, licking of lips, right? They all come under feeding reflexes. They again are the function of the subcortical level, like for example medulla, pons, mesencephalon, amygdala, hypothalamus. Okay. Then there are many other emotional patterns as well, right? So emotional patterns में क्या क्या चीजें हैं, जैसे कि anger, excitement, sexual responses, the reaction to pain, for example crying due to pain or something like that, reaction to pleasure, smiling due to pleasure or something. They are also the function of subcortical brain, right? So it is seen that even if the cerebral cortex is destroyed, in such people also most of these emotional patterns are still seen. Right? And कौन से एरियाज इसके अंदर इन्वॉल्व होते हैं? इसके अंदर मेनली जो इन्वॉल्व होते हैं दे आर एमिगडाला, ये हम बाद में पढ़ेंगे सब कुछ डिटेल में, थैलेमस, हाइपोथैलेमस. सो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट हाइपोथैलेमस एंड एमिगडाला है जो कि इमोशनल रिस्पॉन्सेज में इन्वॉल्व होते हैं. राइट? सो अब देखें, हमने इतने सारे तो स्पाइनल कॉर्ड के फंक्शन देख लिए. There are so many subcortical level functions also which we have seen. Now what is left with the higher centers? आप सोचोगे भाई हायर सेंटर के पास तो कुछ भी नहीं बचा. इमोशंस पीसी के अंदर आ गए, कंट्रोल ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम आ गया, पोस्चर आ गया, मोटर रिस्पॉन्सेज आ गए, वॉकिंग आ गया, सब कुछ आ गया, है ना. सो आपके हायर फंक्शन मतलब जो हायर एरियाज हैं, कॉर्टेक्स है, उसका क्या रोल होगा? नाउ लेट अस सी द रोल ऑफ कॉर्टेक्स. कॉर्टिकल लेवल फंक्शन जो है they are as such not standalone. This is important. They are not standalone. ऐसा हार्डली ही कोई फंक्शन है जो कि हायर ब्रेन अकेला कर सकता है. ओके, सो लोअर ब्रेन अकेला बहुत कुछ कर सकता है, बट हायर ब्रेन और कॉर्टेक्स जो है वो अकेला कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता. सो इट ऑलवेज फंक्शन इन एसोसिएशन विद द लोअर सेंटर्स ऑफ द नर्वस सिस्टम, या तो सबकॉर्टिकल एरियाज ऑफ द ब्रेन से या फिर स्पाइनल कॉर्ड के लेवल पे. करेगा कैसे? देखो, जो भी हमने प्रीवियसली फंक्शंस पढ़े थे, whether they were of the subcortical level or they were of the spinal cord level, most of them were the functions which these things can do, but वो थोड़ा precise नहीं होंगे, they would be imprecise. Okay, so cerebral cortex helps in initial programming, so उससे precision थोड़ा सा increase हो जाता है सब चीजों में, right? And also there is another thing, कि जितने भी thoughts हमारे अंदर आती हैं, thoughts, this is again very very important. जितने भी thinking वाली चीजें, they are all due to the cortex. So when to start motion, when to start anything, or when talking or something like that, they will be told by your higher brain. Okay, right? But even the thinking process, in the thinking process, higher brain cannot function alone. जैसे कि now the question is, जब आप सो रहे होते हो, when you are sleeping, is your cortical brain active? It is active to an extent, but आप उसके हिसाब से बाकी लोअर फंक्शंस नहीं कर सकते, मतलब बाकी जो लोअर एरियाज ऑफ ब्रेन है उनको कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, while sleeping, at your will, you may not be able to move at your will, I am saying. So हायर फंक्शन का जो थॉट वाला प्रोसेस है, उसको भी करने के लिए हमें क्या चाहिए? उसको भी करने के लिए हमें रेटिकुलर एक्टिवेटिंग सिस्टम चाहिए, right? This you know and you must have read this. हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे आगे. रास, ये भी हमें चाहिए, राइट? सो ये क्या करता है? लोअर सेंटर्स जितने भी हैं मिलके वो रेटिकुलर एक्टिवेटिंग सिस्टम बनाते हैं एंड दे इंड्यूस wakefulness. And when there is wakefulness, when you are woke up, only then your cortex will work, only then your thinking will start. But before this, your cortex will not function at your will. जो will है as such वही नहीं होगी, right? So see, there are many things which can be done. एक तो precision cortical आता है, ठीक है? फिर उसके बाद there are many modifications which can be done. For example, अगर आपको कोई एक let us say screw open करना है ना? You have a screwdriver, you have everything. Until unless you don't have the thought कि screwdriver को लेके स्क्रू के अंदर फंसा के लेफ्ट या राइट घुमाएं तो स्क्रू खुल जाएगा. These are the thought processes जो कि कॉर्टेक्स देगा आपका, right? जो फंक्शन करेगा वो स्पाइनल कॉर्ड करेगा कि भाई हाँ, एक बार आपने मूवमेंट स्टार्ट कर दी. So there are antagonizing movements which are happening in the opening up of a screw. So thereafter spinal cord will take over, right? But जो थिंकिंग आई, जो विल आई, जो 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 पुरानी मेमोरी थी साइनेप्सिस के अंदर, वो किसके थ्रू आएगी? कॉर्टेक्स के थ्रू आएगी. सो द लास्ट लाइन इज इंपॉर्टेंट. Each portion of the nervous system performs specific functions. However, it is the cortex that opens the world of stored information for use by the mind. Okay? So आपकी जितनी भी stored information है, most of it is in cortex. So उसके हिसाब से आप अपने बाकी functions, जो lower area functions हैं, you can also modify them accordingly, right? So, and that is how cortex is extremely important. In fact, if you ask me, we are human beings and we consider, we are not although, but we consider ourselves supreme among animals because of this cortical level functions only, है ना? Because हमारे अंदर memory ज़्यादा है, हमारे अंदर thoughts थोड़ी ज़्यादा आती हैं. So that is the reason we can do little more precise and more one can say scientific work with the help of the lower brain functions. Okay, now with this we'll now talk of the synapses. See, what is synapse? Okay, synapse is basically the junction, right? It's a junction between two neurons, right? So synapse is nothing but junction between two neurons. Fine. अब एक न्यूरॉन का पार्ट से ये है, सेकंड न्यूरॉन का पार्ट ये है, so that is there is a junction between these two. Okay. अब there is exchange of information, so that information can go one way, that may also go two way, right? So CNS के अंदर there are some synapses which are one way, there are some synapses which are two way, right? अब देखो एक और important चीज है, जो भी नर्व इम्पल्सेस होती हैं, जैसे मैं इधर ये नर्व इम्पल्स की बात कर रहा हूँ कि ये 1 वे जा रही है या 2 वे जा रही है, they may also be blocked at this level. Okay, they may be blocked in their transmission from one neuron to the other, or they may be changed from a single impulse to repetitive impulse. We'll just study all this. कि यहाँ पे एक impulse थी और synapse के बाद there are multiple repetitive impulses, or they may be integrated. Like for example, यहाँ पे 2 या 3 थी और यहाँ पे ultimately post synaptic एक आई. So by all these patterns, they may cause integrate patterns of impulse in the successive neuron. So variability बहुत ज़्यादा increase हो जाती है, right? So with the same set of initial impulse, you can have multiple type of impulses, and this is all due to synapse, right? This is all due to the synapse. Now there are properties of synapses which we'll just read maybe today or in next class, which are important and which lead to all these changes in the nerve impulses. Now see, synapses can be either chemical or electrical. We'll just read about these synapses. But before that, let me tell you one other pattern of synapse, or the classification of synapse. See, if this is part of one neuron, this is part of other neuron which is there, and they are almost like in approximation here. So this is presynaptic part, right? This is synapse, and this would be the postsynaptic part. I'm sure there is no confusion about this, right? Each one of you know this. So based on presynaptic and postsynaptic, there can be various types of synapses which are there. ये कौन-कौन से हो सकते हैं? एक हो सकते हैं exodendritic, फाइन. इसमें presynaptic part है axon और postsynaptic part है dendrite of the subsequent nerve. This is the most common. फाइन. सेकंड हो सकता है exosomatic. जो प्री सिनेप्टिक पार्ट है इसमें एक्सॉन है, और जो पोस्ट सिनेप्टिक पार्ट है दैट इज द सेल बॉडी. फाइन. सोमैटिक मींस सेल बॉडी. ये सेकंड हो गया. थर्ड टाइप का जो आपका साइनैप्स हो सकता है दैट कैन बी एक्सोनिक. सो प्री सिनेप्टिक फर्स्ट एक्सॉन का एक्सॉन फर्स्ट न्यूरॉन का एक्सॉन है, और पोस्ट सिनेप्टिक इज the axon of the subsequent neuron. Fine. Just a second. Okay. So these are basically the types of synapses which are there, and this is nothing but anatomical classification. So this is according to the anatomy. So this is anatomical classification of the synapses. Synapse can have another classification also, which is synapse can be chemical or synapse can be electrical. So this is more physiological, right? उनका जो method हुआ electrical or chemical, that is more physiological classification. More common synapses in CNS are chemical synapses, and electrical synapses are definitely a little less. Fine. Now, this is a chemical synapse which you can see here, and chemical synapses, as I told you, they are much more common. Right? इसके अंदर कुछ chemical entities होती हैं which are neurotransmitters, and there are nearly 50 or even more than 50 neurotransmitters जो कि अब discover हो चुके हैं. उसमें से important 40 के राउंड है. और एग्जांपल ये आपने ऑलरेडी सुना होगा, एसिटाइलकोलिन, each one of you must be knowing, norepinephrine, epinephrine, GABA, glycine, glutamate, serotonin, histamine. They are all the neurotransmitters which are there. Important इसके अंदर एक और क्या चीज होती है? There is this one-way conduction. One-way conduction. This is extremely important. What I mean to say in one-way conduction. In the previous slide, we talked about. Here we talked about. Okay, from the presynaptic to the postsynaptic membrane, we can have the communication either one way. Okay, so chemical synapse जो हैं वो सिर्फ one-way conduction कर रहे होते हैं. ये मैं यहाँ पे बता रहा हूँ आपको. That means if this is presynaptic part, presynaptic terminal, this is presynaptic terminal, and this is postsynaptic terminal. So fine. So the impulse का जो direction होगी, that will always be from presynaptic to postsynaptic terminal. It is always one way in chemical synapse. So what happens? There is this action potential comes. ये आप लोगों ने already class 11-12 में पढ़ लिया है. Action potential will come due to this action potential. Initially क्या होता है? Sodium comes in. Sodium की वजह से ultimately क्या होता है? There are these calcium channels, voltage gated calcium channels which open up because of the change of the voltage here. So calcium influx होगा. When calcium will come inside, calcium will lead to the joining of synaptic vesicles to the terminal, presynaptic terminal, and also the getting out of these neurotransmitters from the synaptic vesicle into the synaptic cleft. This is synaptic cleft. अब जब ये जो neurotransmitters हैं synaptic cleft के अंदर आ गए, what is going to happen now? There are these. This is postsynaptic terminal. So postsynaptic terminal में there are some receptors which are there. There are these inotropic receptors. There are these metabotropic receptors which are there. So inotropic receptors क्या करते हैं? Inotropic receptor पे जैसे ही न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर आके चिपकता है, कोई आयन चैनल ओपन हो जाती है, राइट? इसी तरह से जो मेटाबोट्रोपिक रिसेप्टर हैं वो क्या करते हैं? जैसे ही इन पे न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर आके बाइंड करेगा, there are series of second messengers which will activate. और इस एक्टिविटी की वजह से there would be many responses which can be there. There can be the change in the membrane potential which can happen. There can be the biochemical cascading which can happen, and there can be even the regulation of gene expression which can be there. Especially in the second messenger wala, in the metabotropic receptors, the last two are happening more. In the ionotropic receptors, the membrane potential changes are primarily happening. We'll just read each one of them in greater detail now. Okay. These are electrical synapses. See, electrical synapses में क्या है? Main difference in electrical synapse and chemical synapses, the direction. So इसके अंदर one other thing, if you can see here, see this synaptic cleft. The synaptic cleft here is approximately 200 to 300 angstrom. So it is wider in case of chemical synapse, and it is much lesser. So intercellular gap or synaptic gap, cleft के तौर अगर मैं कहूँ, so that is approximately 1/10 here, 20 to 40 angstrom. Just यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है? Action potential आया in the presynaptic terminal. There are these gap junctions which are there. So from these gap junctions there are ions which can transmit directly from this to this end, right? And also there can be ions which are going from this to the previous presynaptic terminal. So there can be bidirectional movement of ions. And this is important. So electrical synapses के अंदर bidirectional movement होती है. अब इसका फायदा क्या है? देखिए, bidirectional movement का electrical synapses का एक तो चीज हमने देखा कि इसके अंदर क्या है? गैप जंक्शंस. गैप जंक्शंस हमने कहाँ पे देखे थे? We saw gap junctions in the myocardium, right? Heart muscles के अंदर we saw these gap junctions. So heart के अंदर what were they doing? Gap junctions lead to, in heart, they lead to activation of the whole of myocardial together very very fast, ताकि पूरा का पूरा myocardial contractility साथ में हो, इकट्ठा हो. उससे फायदा क्या होगा? उससे फायदा ये होगा that the whole of myocardium, the whole of heart is constricting in one go. So a good systole will happen, right? Ultimately, and good contraction is going to happen. So therefore, it's basically to coordinate the activity of a group of neurons. Herein, जैसे myocardium में होता है बिल्कुल इसी तरीके से, if you have a large group of interconnected neurons, जिसके अंदर फायरिंग जो है वो एकदम से इकट्ठा एक साथ होनी चाहिए, तो उसका क्या प्रोसेस है? उसका प्रोसेस ये है that you might have electrical synapses in between all those neurons, so that there is this equal distribution of charge in all those neurons, और इकट्ठा सब में न्यूरोनल सेंसिटिविटी और सिंक्रोनस फायरिंग उन सब में इकट्ठा होगी. फाइन. So synchronous firing of a group of interconnected neurons is promoted by electrical synapses. Fine. And sequential firing chemical में होगी, chemical synapses में, right? और synchronous firing जो है वो electrical में. chemical में और क्या difference था? chemical में unidirectional movement of the firing. इसके अंदर क्या है? Bidirectional movement of the charge or ions basically. Fine. So these are the main differences between chemical and electrical synapses. In greater detail, now we'll read about the chemical synapses. देखिए, in chemical synapses initially क्या हो रहा है? देखो, सबसे पहले क्या हो रहा है? Action potential is coming. Action potential कहाँ से आ रहा है? It is coming from upwards. जैसे for example, if I talk, let us say this is a hand, और यहाँ पे आपने कोई पिन छोड़ दी, ठीक है? There was a pin prick here. Now what is going to happen? This pin prick, the sensation is received by a receptor, and this receptor will have the neuron attached. Now this neuron will be attached, and ultimately it is going to go into the spinal cord. So this is going to spinal cord. From the spinal cord, it will go upwards onto the brain. अब स्पाइनल कॉर्ड में या और ऊपर लेवल पे जाके इट विल हैव सम साइनैप्स. तो ये जो साइनैप्स है, अब आप देखेंगे दैट दिस एक्शन पोटेंशियल बेसिकली इज कमिंग फ्रॉम रिसेप्टर. सो जो सेंसरी न्यूरॉन्स होंगे उनके अंदर एक्शन पोटेंशियल कहाँ से आएगा? रिसेप्टर से आएगा. जो मोटर न्यूरॉन्स होंगे उनके अंदर कहाँ से आएगा एक्शन पोटेंशियल? इट विल कम फ्रॉम द ब्रेन. सो एक्शन पोटेंशियल पहले से होगा. Now you just need from one neuron to the next neuron आपका information pass on हो जाए, और pass on होने के साथ साथ if there are some modifications which need to be done to this information, वो भी आपकी हो जाए. So this is the main function of synapse. One, transmission of information. Second, the change, the modification of the information if at all required. Okay? देखो, action potential आया. एक्शन पोटेंशियल ने आके क्या किया? एक्शन पोटेंशियल का मतलब क्या होता है? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय एक्शन पोटेंशियल? एक्शन पोटेंशियल नर्व मसल फिजियोलॉजी के अंदर यू ऑलरेडी मस्ट हैव रेड दैट एक्शन पोटेंशियल सिंपली मींस, नॉर्मली अगर मैं बात करूं न्यूरॉन का, तो अगर -70 मिलीवोल्ट्स इसका चार्ज है, -70 मींस इनसाइड इज -70 and outside it is positive. So inside it is more negative. If this changes to positive inside and negative outside, so this change basically is known as depolarization. So action potential का मतलब ये हुआ, सिंपल है ना, अंदर पॉजिटिव हो जाए. अभी अंदर कैसे पॉजिटिव होता है? बिकॉज ऑफ द influx of sodium ions mainly. This also you know, sodium ion influx होता है जिसकी वजह से होता है. Ultimately when the sodium ion influx happens, action potential comes, there are these voltage gated, they are voltage gated calcium channels. What do you mean by voltage gated calcium channel? वोल्टेज गेटेड कैल्शियम चैनल का सिंपल सा मतलब है, जब भी डीपोलराइजेशन होगा यानी कि वोल्टेज चेंज होगी टुवर्ड्स पॉजिटिविटी, these calcium channels will open. Now if action potential has come, the calcium channel is open and calcium is doing its influx. अब कैल्शियम एक बार अंदर आया, कैल्शियम क्या करता है, कैल्शियम gets attached with few regulatory proteins which are there both on the synaptic vesicle as well as on the presynaptic terminal membrane on the inside. और ये क्या काम करता है, ये सिनेप्टिक वेसिकल को एक तो यहाँ पे लाने में काम करता है, सेकंड इसके ओपनिंग एंड डिस्चार्ज इसमें भी हेल्प कर रहा होता है कैल्शियम। कैसे कर रहा होता है हम देखेंगे थोड़ी देर, ठीक है। दिस इज हाउ कैल्शियम हेल्प सिनेप्टिक वेसिकल टू गेट एक्टिवेटेड, get on to hold on to the presynaptic part of the this membrane and also in the discharge of neurotransmitter. This is how calcium works, right? Then once the neurotransmitters are out, वो ultimately in receptors में आके attach हो जाएंगे, that we will discuss a little later. Now what is synaptic potentiation और synaptic facilitation? देखो बड़ा सिंपल है, कैल्शियम की हमने बात की, सो होता क्या है that when the first, let us say there was this first action potential which comes, I'll just draw it. Let us say there is this first action potential which comes. So जब action potential आया, if this was the presynaptic membrane, so if here was the calcium channel, so यहाँ पे अगर action potential आया तो क्या होगा, calcium ions will come in. अगर subsequently just immediately after the first action potential, बहुत immediately अगर second action potential आ गया, second action potential भी आ गया, then what is going to happen? Then there is this calcium which is already inside, और calcium भी वापस नहीं गया था, so cytosolic calcium is already there. And now more of the calcium channels are open, so there is more calcium which is coming. Ultimately calcium क्या कर रहा है, calcium आपके neurotransmitter को release करने में help कर रहा है, fine. So the first action potential now has facilitated the second action potential because of this increased cytosolic calcium which is there, fine. So this is known as synaptic potentiation or synaptic facilitation. So subsequent action potentials have come immediately, then there is increased discharge. So this will lead to increased discharge of neurotransmitters. This is nothing but synaptic facilitation or synaptic potentiation. Now what is synaptic delay? Synaptic delay is a normal process. ये तो एक circumstance हुआ कि अगर immediately दूसरा आ जाए. Synaptic delay is nothing but a normal time taken. By definition, it is the time taken for the impulse to cross, the synapse, synaptic cleft basically. Time taken for impulse to cross the synapse, that is synaptic delay. Right? मतलब कि the interval between the arrival of the impulse at presynaptic terminal and the development of potential in the postsynaptic membrane. Right? So जो presynaptic impulse थी उससे लेके और जो postsynaptic potential बना तब तक का जो टाइम है उसको क्या बोलेंगे, synaptic delay. How much is the synaptic delay? Synaptic delay is approximately 0.5 milliseconds. Approximately 0.5 milliseconds. Right? So एक latency है which is there. Because latency क्यों है? Because there are these neurotransmitters which are there, which are traveling from one membrane to another membrane. फिर उसके receptors जो हैं post membrane पे, they are going to act they are then going to open up the ion channels. Then those ion channels will lead to excitatory postsynaptic potentials, which we'll just read now. और फिर उसके बाद उनकी एडिशन होगी, right? Summation. उस summation के बाद there would be potential which will be formed. So action potential which will be formed. So then definitely there is this synaptic delay which is there. And this is the normal thing, right? Okay. Now let us talk of the postsynaptic part. So postsynaptic mein there are these receptor proteins which are there, as I told you, right? So receptor proteins में क्या होता है? Receptor proteins में एक part है which is binding with the neurotransmitter, right? ये वाला part is always extracellular. If you see, the binding part is always extracellular because simply because it has to face synaptic cleft, और ये extracellular ही तो है neurotransmitters जहाँ पे आपके वो attach होंगे, right? It also has one intracellular component. So ये वाला component जो है ये वाला part, this is intracellular part. ये इंटरसेलुलर क्यों है? बिकॉज ये क्या काम करेगा, ये फर्दर अपना जो भी एक्टिविटी करानी है, जैसे आयनोट्रॉपिक है तो आयन चैनल ओपन होगी, अंदर की तरफ से बाहर दोनों तरफ से होगी, या फिर सेकंड मैसेंजर है तो मेटाबोट्रॉपिक रिसेप्टर उसको बोलते हैं, तो वो रिसेप्टर जो है वो सेकंड मैसेंजर में हेल्प करेगा. विल जस्ट रीड अबाउट सेकंड मैसेंजर इन लिटिल व्हाइल, डोंट वरी. फाइन. सो ultimately they have two parts. One is the neurotransmitter binding part on the extracellular side and one intracellular side which is doing the resultant work. Fine. Up ultimately what is happening, ultimately some ion channels are opening in the postsynaptic cells in two ways. One is या तो जो neurotransmitter receptor protein है, that is an ion channel itself, right? So ion channel basically directly वही same ionotropic receptor काम कर रहा है, या फिर some other receptor which are usually known as metabotropic receptor which helps by activation of second messenger. And we'll just, don't worry, we'll just read all these in detail. Now let us first talk of the ion channels which are there. Okay, so अभी हमने देखा था that if this is a presynaptic membrane, this is a postsynaptic membrane, so they have these ion channels which are there. So there are multiple type of ion channels which are there. Mainly, not multiple actually, mainly two types of ion channels, but multiple ion channels are there. Mainly दो parts में divide किया गया है उनको. One is the cation channel, the other one is the anion channel. अब cation channels जो होती हैं, through them sodium ions can pass. Also through them other ion which are positive ions, they can also pass. However, the calcium, magnesium, even potassium, they can pass, but propensity of passing sodium channel is definitely much higher. ठीक है? जो anion channels हैं उनके अंदर mainly chloride channels are there which can pass. However, they are also not very very specific. उनके अंदर भी बाकी ion channels, बाकी anion channels जो हैं they can pass through, but more commonly anion channels are there which are passing. अब देखो जो cation channel है, इसमें क्या लिखा है? Cation channels that conduct sodium ions are lined with negative charges. Basically it's nothing actually. Let us say this is a channel. Fine. Now if you see this, let us say this is the channel, and what happens? There is this sodium ion. This is the cation channel basically. So they will be lined by negative charge here. They will be lined by negative charge all across, so that ये जो negative charge होगा ना, ये क्या करेगा? This will attract a positive charge. बड़ा simple सा फंडा है. If this इसके अंदर lining पे negative charge नहीं होगा, तो क्या होगा? Same charges repel each other and opposite charges attract each other. So अगर यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज हुआ लाइनिंग पे इसके, तो पॉजिटिव चार्ज को वो रिपेल करेगा, सोडियम को आने नहीं देगा पास. व्हाट इज इट हियर इज कि इसकी लाइनिंग में नेगेटिव चार्ज होता है ताकि पॉजिटिव आयन यानी कि मेनली सोडियम आयन व्हिच विल गेट अट्रैक्टेड टू इट एंड विल देन गेट ट्रांसमिटेड डाउनवर्ड्स. फाइन. नाउ cation channels जो हैं, if you see, this is, let us say, extracellular side and this is intracellular side. Fine. अब जो cation channels हैं वो क्या करेंगे, cations को अंदर बुलाएंगे, स्पेशली सोडियम, राइट? बिकॉज व्हाई? बिकॉज सोडियम इज मोर extracellularly and it is less intracellularly. So obviously अपनी along the concentration gradient it will come and intercellularly it will be now high. So ultimately neurotransmitters जो cation channel वाले होते हैं, जो ultimately they are known as excitatory transmitters. Why? Because they are going to do the sodium influx mainly. और सोडियम इन्फ्लक्स से क्या होगा, एक्साइटेशन होगी, यानी कि डीपोलराइजेशन, एक्साइटेशन और डीपोलराइजेशन, which is nothing but excitation. So therefore these neurotransmitters are known as excitatory neurotransmitters. For example, acetylcholine, glutamate, they are the one which majorly act as the excitatory neurotransmitters. Likewise जो एनायन चैनल्स पे एक्ट करने वाले न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर्स हैं, जो कि क्लोराइड चैनल को खोलेंगे, या इवन कई बार होते हैं जो पोटेशियम चैनल को ओपन कर रहे होते हैं, देयर आर वेरी फ्यू ऑफ देम, तो वो जो होंगे वो आपके कहलाए जाएंगे इनहिबिटरी न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर्स. अब देखो पोस्ट सिनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन पे एक्साइटेशन कब कब हो सकती है, तो या तो हम सोडियम चैनल्स की ओपनिंग कराएं, या फिर पोटेशियम चैनल्स और क्लोराइड चैनल्स को बंद कर दें, राइट? If you don't open the potassium channels and chloride channels, the inside of the membrane would be more positive, so therefore there would be excitation, right? These things we can do. Or there can be change in the internal metabolism of the postsynaptic neurons, ultimately leading to excitation in the selectivity. कुछ भी इस तरह का हो सकता है, right? So these are the methods by which there are these excitations which are happening. Right? Now there can be either opening or also increase in the number of sodium channels. अगर ये sodium channels ज़्यादा हो गए नंबर में, then also there would be more influx of sodium ions. Likewise, अगर chloride ions के मैं नंबर ही decrease कर दूं, तो obvious सी बात है, there would be less influx of chloride ion, right? So likewise, you can have multiple modifications by which there can be excitation of the postsynaptic membrane. अब अगर मैं बात करूं इनहिबिशन ऑफ द पोस्टसिनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन, ये कैसे होगी, तो आप बिल्कुल इसका उल्टा कर लीजिए. क्या करना है आपको, या तो सोडियम चैनल्स को क्या करिए, बंद कर दीजिए, सोडियम चैनल क्लोज, है ना, और साथ में क्या कर सकते हैं, डिक्रीज इन नंबर ऑफ सोडियम चैनल्स, राइट? या फिर आप दूसरा काम क्या कर सकते हैं, या तो पोटेशियम चैनल्स को ओपन करिए या इनको नंबर बढ़ा दीजिए, या फिर सेम चीज करेंगे क्लोराइड चैनल के साथ. So by these, what is going to happen? Inhibition is going to happen. Inside negativity will be created. या फिर अंदर कोई मेटाबॉलिज्म के अंदर ऐसा चेंज कर दीजिए, सेल मेटाबॉलिज्म के अंदर, that ultimately there is more negativity inside. So these are the things which can be done ultimately for the excitation or inhibition, है ना? इसमें कोई ऐसा पंगा नहीं है ना. अब जब पोस्ट सिनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन की बात हो रही है ना, एक्साइटेशन और इनहिबिशन की, तो हमारा EPSP और IPSP आएगा. What do you mean by EPSP? EPSP is excitatory post synaptic potential. Excitatory post synaptic potential. Very simple, right? Now, अब excitatory post synaptic potential की कुछ properties हैं, right? So what do you mean by excitatory post synaptic potential? First of all, if let us say this is the presynaptic membrane, this is the postsynaptic membrane. Ultimately, there were these ion channels which are there, and there are these neurotransmitters which are getting attached here. So what is happening? अगर यहाँ से सोडियम चैनल ओपन हुई तो क्या हुआ कि there was one small potential which is formed here at this point. There is another, अगर सोडियम चैनल यहाँ पे भी ओपन हुई तो there is another small potential, positive potential which is formed here. This and these are not the action potentials, they are sub-threshold potentials which are formed. Right? So they are sub-threshold potentials which are formed. Right? And what type of other thing? One other thing. What type of sodium channels are they? Are they voltage-gated sodium channels or are they ligand-gated sodium channels? Important point. They are ligand-gated sodium channels because what is the ligand here? Neurotransmitter. जो भी न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर है, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल एसिटाइलकोलिन, ठीक है, ग्लूटामेट, तो वो आया, उसने लाइगेंड आया न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर सॉरी रिसेप्टर पे अटैच हुआ और जो आयन चैनल थी वो ओपन हुई, सोडियम अंदर आया. अब नाउ दिस सोडियम इन्फ्लक्स will lead to depolarization potential. It is depolarization potential, right? So let us say जो RMP था, अब एग्जांपल लेते हैं कि RMP initially was -70, now let us say it has gone to -65. That means +5 का पोटेंशियल का चेंज आया, राइट? However, अभी तक जो चेंज है ये फायरिंग लेवल तक नहीं पहुंचा है. फायरिंग कब होगी इसकी? जब ये -55 पे जाएगा, राइट? So such positive potentials, excitatory postsynaptic potentials, they local potentials. They are sub-threshold local potentials. Okay, they are, so these are the properties of EPSP. They are local potentials. First property, they are local potentials. Fine. So जितनी भी local potentials की in nerve muscle physiology you might have read about local potentials and their properties. So they have the same properties now. So they are graded potentials. Right? They are graded potentials. So इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? एक फिनोमिना हमने पढ़ा था, एक्शन पोटेंशियल जब पढ़ा था, ऑल और नन फिनोमिना. Will it apply here? No. So graded potential है EPSP के अंदर, ऑल और नन नहीं फॉलो होता. It can be +1, it can be +5, +10 also, right? It will depend upon graded. This gradation will depend upon कितना न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर आया है, न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर as well as the receptor, कितने रिसेप्टर्स हैं उस पर डिपेंड करेगा. So एक और प्रॉपर्टी क्या है? पहला, दूसरा, the third property is that it is action potential की एक प्रॉपर्टी होती थी. It is the action potential is self propagated, but this is a local potential. So इसकी क्या प्रॉपर्टी होगी? It is not a self propagated. It is not self propagated, right? Action potential had another property, non decremental traveling. इसकी क्या होगी? इसकी बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट होगी. It travels with decrement. तो इसका decrement होता चला जाता है, right? Action potential always lead to ultimately to the depolarization of the whole membrane or the cell as such, और उसका कोई ना कोई इफेक्ट होता है. बट इसका क्या होता है? इसका may or may not have an effect. ठीक है, हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता, राइट? होगा कब? when ultimately EPSPs, अगर बहुत सारे EPSP ऐसे 1+5 +5 +5 इस तरह कर करके if they all add up, अगर समेशन हो गया and this summation lead to action potential, then effect होगा, otherwise effect नहीं होगा, right? So these are all the properties of the EPSP which are formed, right? Like for example, you can say इफेक्ट क्या हो सकता है किसी भी न्यूरॉन का? जैसे कि इफेक्ट हो सकता है मसल की एक्टिविटी, मसल की मूवमेंट. तो जरूरी नहीं है कि EPSP में हो मसल की एक्टिविटी. इवन एक्शन पोटेंशियल द सब्सिक्वेंट न्यूरॉन इज एन इफेक्ट, वो भी जरूरी नहीं है. बट एक्शन पोटेंशियल में हमेशा जरूरी होता है कि कोई ना कोई सब्सिक्वेंट इफेक्ट होगा. EPSP ये सब चीजें नहीं दिखी. Now EPSP एक समझ inhibitory पे. So IPSP is inhibitory post synaptic potential. Inhibitory post synaptic potential. अभी जो inhibitory post synaptic potential है ये कब होगा? This is there when there is opening up of ligand gated chloride channels primarily. Once the chloride channels are open, they lead to influx of chloride, which will lead to hyperpolarization of the membrane. Fine. So अगर let us say -70 है millivolts potential, तो वो -80 हो गया, तो hyperpolarize हो गया. So this is IPSP. So RMP basically it is moving away from the threshold. Fine. So this is important. RMP IPSP की वजह से क्या होगा? RMP is moving away from firing or threshold basically, है ना? So such a potential is known as inhibitory post-synaptic potential. Right? It can also be produced by, most common तो chloride channel की वजह से होता है, but it can also be produced by opening up of ligand-gated potassium channels. Right? Because उससे क्या होता है? Potassium efflux होता है, और उसकी वजह से भी ultimately hyperpolarization हो रहा होता है. Right? So they are the two different type of potentials, post-synaptic potentials, which can be seen. Right? देखिए, if let us say there is this neuron, जिसका rest RMP is -65. Right? Now what is happening? If there is this sodium influx, just focus here. If there is this excitation, there is this sodium influx which will happen, which will ultimately lead to positivity inside. So ultimately -45 हो गया अब इसका. अब जैसे ही ये -45 हुआ, क्या होने वाला है? This is more than the firing potential. So इसकी firing होगी, and ultimately the firing will happen at the initial segment of the axon. So the first action potential will be now formed, and this will travel all across to its axon to the next neuron. So the neuron will be excited, and it will lead to the spread of the action potential to the subsequent neurons. Right? दूसरा क्या चीज हो सकती है? अगर एक्साइटेशन की बजाय इनहिबिशन अगर हुआ है यहाँ पे, तो अगर इनहिबिटरी सिग्नल आए हैं तो क्लोराइड का इन्फ्लक्स होगा, which will lead to the hyperpolarization. So -65 से -70 हो गया. अब उस केस में क्या होगा? This neuron will be inhibited. There would be no traveling of such potential because depolarization हुआ ही नहीं. Right? So it is more inert now. It's an inhibited neuron which is happening now, which is seen here now. Fine. Okay. Now there is a concept of fast and slow postsynaptic potentials also. Fast EPSP, slow EPSP, and IPSP likewise. तो जो fast IPSP है, EPSP basically, fast EPSP, ये basically कब होता है? When it is majorly mediated by acetylcholine. Okay. When this acetylcholine acts on nicotinic type of acetylcholine receptor. Okay, acetylcholine also has many receptors. So अगर membrane पे, postsynaptic membrane पे, if there are nicotinic type of acetylcholine receptors, then the action or the EPSP which is formed is fast EPSP, because this actually leads to opening up of ligand gated sodium channels. Okay. So EPSP is extremely fast in this case. Second example is slow EPSP. स्लो ईपीएसपी कब होता है? इसमें यूजुअली लेटेंसी होती है, एंड दैट इज द रीजन इट इज कॉल्ड एज स्लो. लेटेंसी ऑफ अप्रोक्सीमेटली 1 सेकेंड. सो अगर 1 सेकेंड या उससे ज्यादा की लेटेंसी है तो उसको बोलेंगे स्लो ईपीएसपी. इसके अंदर जो लेटेंसी है, इसके अंदर लेटेंसी डेफिनेटली हर किसी के अंदर होगी, लेकिन इसके अंदर लेटेंसी होगी अप टिल 50 मिली सेकेंड्स. तो नियरली 10 to 50 मिली सेकेंड्स की लेटेंसी होगी फास्ट के अंदर, और स्लो के अंदर अप टिल 1 सेकेंड की भी लेटेंसी हो सकती है. राइट? और ये भी अगेन एग्जांपल फॉर दिस इज एसिटाइलकोलिन तो एक्ट कर रहा है, बट इट इज एक्टिंग ऑन मस्करेनिक रिसेप्टर M1 स्पेशली. अगर ये मस्करेनिक रिसेप्टर पे काम करता है एसिटाइलकोलिन, तो जो ये लेटेंसी है ये बढ़ जाती है, एंड दिस लीड्स टू दिस नोन एज स्लो ईपीएसपी. ये होता क्यों है, स्लो क्यों होता है ये? इट इज प्राइमरली बिकॉज ऑफ द क्लोजर ऑफ टेम्परेरी क्लोजर ऑफ द पोटेशियम चैनल्स. It is primarily because of simultaneously closure of the potassium channels. Fine. Okay. Now let us talk of the overall what we studied. We'll just revise this now. Just don't read it right now. I'll just tell you everything. देखो सबसे पहले क्या हुआ है, एक्शन पोटेंशियल आया. Fine. So this is the first point which has happened. Action potential is coming, right? Action potential आया. Because of that, ultimately action potential आया. That simply means that sodium का influx हुआ अंदर जो cell है, that has become positive now. Fine. Because of this, there is this voltage gated calcium channel which got excited, right? पहले inert थी, अभी excite हो गई. जैसे ही excite हुई क्या हुआ, calcium अंदर आया. Now this calcium it does many functions. What does calcium do? अब मैं आपको थोड़ा और डिटेल में बताऊंगा कैल्शियम क्या क्या काम करता है. There is one protein which is known as synaptotagmin. Synaptotagmin. Okay? ये जो प्रोटीन है इसके साथ कैल्शियम बाइंड करता है. ओके? एंड दिस हेल्प्स इन, ये एक्टिव जोन आप देख रहे हैं, एक्टिव जोन में जस्ट सी, ट्राई टू सी दिस इज सिनेप्टोटैगमिन. इसके साथ आपका कैल्शियम बाइंड किया, एंड दिस बेसिकली विल एक्टिवेट द vesicle. This will activate the vesicle. How? That this will trigger syntaxin and SNAP25 interaction with synaptobrevin. देखिए ये जो vesicle है, if this is a vesicle which has multiple neurotransmitters, मतलब only one type of although, so this will have multiple molecules of neurotransmitter. इसके अंदर एक मॉलिक्यूल होता है which is known as, इसकी जो मेम्ब्रेन है इस पे एक मॉलिक्यूल होता है which is known as synaptobrevin. synaptobrevin, right? और जो आपकी ये मेम्ब्रेन है, सिनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन है, यहाँ पर there is another molecule which is known as syntaxin or SNAP25, right? So जब तक ये synaptobrevin इससे साथ आके अच्छे से अटैच नहीं होगा, तब तक the this what do you call it, vesicle, it will not open, right? So for opening up of the vesicle you need synaptobrevin and syntaxin interaction. So जब इन दोनों का इंटरेक्शन होगा तब क्या होगा, एक्सोसाइटोसिस ऑफ द ट्रांसमीटर होगा, न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर, या फिर वेसिकल्स जो है वो डिस्चार्ज करेंगे. ठीक है, अब इसको ये कैसे क्या हेल्प कर रहा है बेसिकली, तो कैल्शियम जो है वो किसके साथ जुड़ रहा है, साइनेप्टोटैगमिन के साथ, एंड अल्टीमेटली दिस इज हेल्पिंग दिस इंटरेक्शन. ओके, सो जो ऑलरेडी वेसिकल्स एक्टिव जोन पे अटैच है आके, मतलब आपका प्री सिनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन पे अटैच है, उनका जो डीग्रेनुलेशन होना है उसमें कैल्शियम एक्टिवेट हेल्प्स। ऑल्सो कैल्शियम एक और काम करता है, क्या काम करता है? कैल्शियम एक्टिवेट प्रोटीन काइनेस, वन ऑफ द प्रोटीन काइनेस कैल्शियम कैलमोडुलिन डिपेंडेंट प्रोटीन काइनेस 2, जो कि एंजाइम साइनेप्सिन। तो ये जो है दिस इज गोइंग टू फॉर्म साइनेप्सिन, दिस इज गोइंग टू फॉर्म अनदर एंजाइम नोन एज साइनेप्सिन। और इस साइनेप्सिन पे की वजह से, इस एंजाइम साइनेप्सिन की वजह से वेसिकल्स जो हैं वो आके इस मेम्ब्रेन पे बाउंड होते हैं, अटैच होते हैं, ठीक है। सो बेसिकली व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, कैल्शियम इज एक्टिवेटिंग kinase to make synapsin, because of which vesicle will be bound to the membrane. Second, once the vesicle is bound to membrane, it helps in degranulation of the membrane or exocytosis of the vesicle also by attaching with synaptotegment, which ultimately will help in interaction of syntaxin and SNAP25 on the presynaptic membrane and synaptobremin, which is there on the वेसिकल। थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है, बट 2 बार इसको पढ़ोगे देन यू विल इजीली अंडरस्टैंड दिस, राइट। सो देखो, फर्स्ट चीज क्या हुई थी, एक्शन पोटेंशियल वाज कमिंग। सेकंड चीज क्या हुई आपका, ये जो एक्शन पोटेंशियल है इसने कैल्शियम इनफ्लक्स कराया, राइट। कैल्शियम इनफ्लक्स हुआ, कैल्शियम इनफ्लक्स की वजह से ये पूरी सारी चीजें हुई, अल्टीमेटली degranulation हुआ and this transmitter is released. Now this transmitter is released and this transmitter now, neurotransmitter molecules, they are there in the cleft now, fine, synaptic cleft now. Now what is happening, अब ये जो neurotransmitters हैं they will now attach to the receptor. These receptors can be of 2-3 types, या तो ये inotropic, 2 type majorly, या तो inotropic receptor होगा या फिर metabotropic receptor होगा। अब हम देखते हैं नेक्स्ट। देखो ये हमने देख लिया था कि ये सारी चीज हुई थी, डॉकिंग हुई थी इसकी, डीग्रेनुलेशन हुआ था, एंड अल्टीमेटली जो ट्रांसमीटर है, अब नाउ ट्रांसमीटर हैज बाउंड टू दिस मेम्ब्रेन, टू दिस रिसेप्टर, अल्टीमेटली बिकॉज ऑफ व्हिच सोडियम इनफ्लक्स और कैल्शियम इनफ्लक्स और पोटेशियम गोइंग आउट दैट आर हैपनिंग बेसिकली, है ना। तो उसकी वजह से क्या हुआ, नाउ अंदर की तरफ एक पॉजिटिव चार्ज बन गया। दिस पॉजिटिव चार्ज विल लीड टू फॉर्मेशन ऑफ EPSP, राइट। दिस इज अबाउट the what do you call it, the inotropic receptor. If they are metabotropic receptor, metabolic receptor, so ultimately क्या होगा, ट्रांसमीटर बाइंड करेगा यहाँ पे, it will lead to a chain of chemical reactions inside, which will ultimately lead to activation of some other channel, okay। और भी कुछ चीजें हो सकती हैं, this will just talk a little while। इस तरह के एक EPSP यहाँ पे बना, दूसरा EPSP इस तरह से यहाँ पे बना, there are these multiple EPSPs which are now formed, and these multiple EPSPs will have now summation, and this will lead to post-synaptic action potential. So ultimately, if you see here, these are EPSPs, these are local potentials, but once this threshold potential is reached, there is this action potential which is formed. So I hope this is pretty clear now, इसके अंदर वैसे confusion होनी नहीं चाहिए अब, ठीक है। Calcium is helping in docking and releasing, and ultimately on the postsynaptic membrane there are multiple EPSPs which are formed and which are leading to the summation of EPSPs, which will lead to action potential. There can be condition in which IPSPs are also formed, उस केस में आपका action potential subsequently नहीं बनेगा, ठीक है। समेशन कैसे होती है, देखो, let us say this is the neuron, right, this is the soma of the neuron. अब there is this first action potential which is coming here, second action potential which is coming here, third यहाँ पे तीसरी डेंड्राइट पे आ रहा है। और ये ग्राफ को जरा अप्रिशिएट करो, just try to see this, that these 3 EPSPs, EPSP 1, 2 and 3, they are coming at the same time. This is important, they are coming at the same time. अगर same time पे तीनों के तीनों ये आ गए, ठीक है, on different spaces, first space, second space, third space at the same time, then all these potentials will be added. So all these all these EPSPs will be added. There would be summation. Okay, they're all depolarizing currents, electrotronic depolarizing currents, and in the cytoplasm of the soma, there is very fast movement of these ions ultimately. So ultimately, all these charges will get added up, and they will lead to a summation of EPSP, and this will ultimately lead to the action potential, right? And this type of summation will be known as what? There are two types of summations. One is temporal, the other one is spatial. So here the summation is space number 1, space number 2, space number 3 or 4. There are 4 spaces, 3 spaces wherein the action potentials are coming, the charges are coming. So this is spatial summation. Okay, this spatial word has come from space. So different spaces are activated together at the same time. Okay, and such EPSPs are now summated to form a summated EPSP, which might lead to action potential also. और फर्स्ट एक्शन पोटेंशियल कहाँ पे आपका जनरेट होगा? इनिशियल सेगमेंट या एक्सॉन हिलॉक में, ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे they will all be added up and the action potential will be initiated here. And once action potential is initiated, axon के through it will travel down fast to the next subsequent neuron. So this is spatial summation. Now यहाँ पे देखेंगे, यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा चेंज है. क्या चेंज है? There is this first action potential which is coming. Now there is this second action potential which is coming. If you see, there is time difference between two. First आया था इस मोमेंट पे, सेकंड आया है इस मोमेंट पे. That means उसके subsequently आया, थोड़ी देर बाद आया. In the when you will plot the graph, you will see कुछ इस तरह का ग्राफ दिखेगा, ठीक है? एक आया तो एक ने क्या किया? फैसिलिटेशन किया. फर्स्ट वाले ने क्या किया था? दिस डिड फैसिलिटेशन, राइट? सेकंड वाले ने अल्टीमेटली उस फैसिलिटेशन का फायदा उठाया, एंड अल्टीमेटली दिस समेशन इज गोइंग टू हैपन, एंड दिस समेशन अगेन might lead to action potential. Once action potential is generated again on the axon hillock, this will travel down. So this type of summation is temporal summation, right? So this is temporal summation. Subsequently there are multiple action potentials which are coming, which are leading to multiple EPSP formation, and these EPSP in time, different time they are being generated. However, still they will add up to form the depolarizing currents, right? Or maybe action potential. This is temporal summation. Okay, देखिए अब समेशन में हमें क्या इंपॉर्टेंट चीज याद रखनी है. Sometimes it does happen that there are 4 synapses which are firing, right? Still there are multiple EPSPs which are added up, but still they are not able to form action potential. This is a possibility. So जब तक उसका threshold potential नहीं reach होगा, if threshold potential is not reached, the action potential will not be generated, right? So there might be condition wherein even 8 synapses if firing together, they will not have any action. However, when more synapses, when the firing will will reach the firing potential, the threshold potential, then only the action potential will be seen. Otherwise, the EPSPs will be seen, which will ultimately die off. Right? So this is about the summation. There can be a condition in wherein on the, just try to understand this. This is the postsynaptic membrane. This is excitatory action potential which is coming here. This is inhibitory neurotransmitters which are coming here. So there is this one excitatory EPSP which is formed, and there is this inhibitory this IPSP which is also formed. So अगर ऐसे अलग-अलग same membrane पे अगर इस तरह का कुछ आ जाएगा, then what is going to happen? there would be summation of EPSP as well as IPSP, which will ultimately lead to dampening of the EPSP ultimately, और action potential नहीं generate होगा, ठीक है. So post synaptic neuron के अंदर ultimately what we see कि ultimately it is the algebraic summation, almost algebraic, which is happening. So summation is happening, and this summation can be between positive charges, I mean excitatory postsynaptic potential. This can be the addition of EPSP and IPSP also, and this can be between the IPSP and IPSP also, right? So this is about how these summations are happening. What happens with the transmitter action? Ultimately neurotransmitter, देखो एक बार न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर रिलीज हो गया, उसके बाद उस ट्रांसमीटर का होता क्या है, तो यहाँ पे बेसिकली ये है बात. पहला, this was the receptor on which this neurotransmitter was attached. तो उसने क्या किया कि उसने बेसिकली जो भी एक्शन करना था वो एक्शन कर दिया, right? Then what happens, there is some, most of the times there is inactivation of this channel, which is known as desensitization. So क्या क्या चीजें हो सकती हैं? पहला हो सकता है desensitization of the ion channels or of receptors. Desensitization हो गया. सेकंड क्या हो सकता है, जो रिसेप्टर है वो इंटरनलाइज भी हो सकता है. इंटरनलाइज ऑफ रिसेप्टर, अगर इंटरनलाइजेशन ऑफ रिसेप्टर अगर ये इंटरनलाइज हो गया, देन आपका जो न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर है दैट विल बी रेंडर्ड यूजलेस, वैसे पड़ा रहेगा, है ना. तीसरा क्या हो सकता है, कभी कभी पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन पे क्या होते हैं, देयर आर एंजाइम्स, सो दीज एंजाइम्स दे ब्रेक डाउन. There is enzyme breakdown also, sometimes enzymatic breakdown. Sometimes what happens, there are these autoreceptors which are there. So अपने खुद के प्री सिनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन पे भी ये कभी कभी एक्शन करते हैं. फिर और क्या करते हैं, there are reuptake mechanisms which are there. तो जो बच गए हैं न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर, they will be taken in for the subsequent transmissions. Also they will be diffuse out. डिफ्यूज आउट कहां पे होंगे, जो सिनेप्टिक क्लेफ्ट है उससे बाहर चले जाएंगे, ठीक है. दे कैन ऑल्सो बी गोइंग फॉर द अपटेक बाय अदर सेल्स, जैसे कि ग्लायल सेल्स हो गई या फेगोसिटिक सेल्स हो गई. सो दीज सेल्स विल टेक अप these neurotransmitters. So इस तरीके से, मतलब owing to all these things, ultimately your transmission action is now terminated. So ऐसा नहीं होता कि एक एक्साइटेशन आई, न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर वहीं पे पड़ा है और वो बार बार एक्साइटेशन कर रहा है पोस्ट साइनेप्टिक मेम्ब्रेन पे, ऐसा यूजुअली नहीं होता, ठीक है. So these are all the things which happen to the transmission. Now I'll just leave today's lecture with this dilemma, and next we will start with metabotropic receptors and second messenger systems. Now the dilemma is, देखो जो ion channels हैं, they will very fast they will open and very fast they will close. मतलब for even a fraction of a millisecond they will open and then they will close down. So बहुत rapid control हो रहा होता है post synaptic neurons, ठीक है. However, you are listening to my things, like for example I am talking and you are listening. तो अगर auditory पूरे pathway के अंदर इसी तरह के ये सब ion channels ही होंगी, then will you remember anything after a millisecond? No, है ना. So memory जो function है, memory के लिए क्या चाहिए आपको, मेमोरी के लिए आपको कुछ ड्यूरेशन चाहिए, कुछ ड्यूरेशन तक जो रिवर्बरेटिंग सर्किट्स हैं या फिर जो एक्शन पोटेंशियल्स हैं वो ट्रांसमिट होते रहें. सो मेमोरी एनहांसमेंट, मतलब मेमोरी फॉर्म करने के लिए यू रिक्वायर द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ सिनेप्टिक ट्रांसमिशन टू बी लिटिल लॉन्गर. फॉर दिस प्रोलॉन्ग्ड सिनेप्टिक एक्साइटेशन, पोस्ट सिनेप्टिक न्यूरल एक्साइटेशन, प्रोलॉन्गेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड. तो अब क्या कर सकते हैं, उसके लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, आयन चैनल्स तो दे आर नॉट दैट यूजफुल. उसके लिए the useful things are metabotropic receptors. So how these metabotropic receptors work, how this second messenger works, this we are going to continue along with other properties of the synapse in subsequent lecture. Okay. Sharif, thank you so much. We'll now meet in the subsequent lectures. Okay, guys. Thank you.